Hey guys, today we're working on a 2003 Volkswagen Passat, and we're going to be changing the thermostat on it. Now remember also to disconnect your battery because it's right behind the alternator and you don't want to accidentally shock yourself working on it, so disconnect your battery. And this is actually very simple. So the thermostat itself is, you see that long black hose right there, from right there, that long hose right there, that's connected to your thermostat, and the only thing that is holding that in is two 10mm bolts. But before you can get to it, you have to disconnect two other things. You have to take off your throttle body, which is right here, very simple, and that black bar going across right there, which is also very simple. So we're going to start by taking off our throttle body, disconnecting it as well, you know. Now let's go ahead and disconnect that. Okay. So make sure your engine is cool as well. Don't try this hot. So once you have that disconnected, there are only 4 screws holding it in. One right there, one right there, one at the bottom right there, this one right here, and then there's one more on the other side that we can't quite see, but those are hex keys. I don't have the exact size, but I do believe they're either 5s or 7s. So let's go ahead and get those disconnected once you've disconnected your battery. All right, so let's go ahead and grab those. All right. One second, guys. Let's get the tools out right here. Okay. Alright guys, now here's something else you can also do if you just want to make it a little bit easier. You can go ahead and take this off. This is definitely probably going to be an 8mm or a flathead. It'll be a little bit easier to get to the bolts if you take that off. So let's go ahead and take that off first. Get your ratchet, your 8. And this is very simple. You don't even take that all the way off. But sometimes I take them all the way off just so we don't lose them. And that's actually not an 8, that's a 7. My bad, guys. So that's a 7 on there. There we go. So once you go ahead and take that off, I usually take them all the way off so I don't lose them, but you really don't have to. You can just slide it down the hose. Hose just goes right there. You're not going to lose anything. There we go, and that should be loose enough. And once that's loose enough, this comes right on off. Like I said, you don't have to take it off, but if you want to, you can just go ahead, set it to the side. All right, so once you've got that off, now you can move on to your throttle body. So let's go ahead, and I'm not gonna lie to you guys, man, I don't know this exact size, but I believe it's either a 5 or a 7. So let's go ahead and get that off. All right. You got the first bolt right here. So let's go ahead and there you go. There's your first bolt out. Go ahead and set that one to the side. The second bolt, which is right there. Right there. I'm trying to get it so you guys can see it. But it's not tight at all. Well, you know, it's not hard at all. 1 second, guys. There we go. So once we actually get it in the hole right there. There's your second screw. Set that one over to the side as well. Then you have one more, or 2 more. One right there, one directly under there, and then one to the side right here. You can't see that one very well. Let's go ahead and take out this bottom one as well. There we go. One at the top right there, one right here. One at the top on the other side, and bottom on the other side. Very simple. And then once you take this off, all you have is that bar right there, and those are your 2 screws, and you're out of there. Let's go ahead and get this one out. There we go. Set that one to the side as well. It'll come up. There we go. And then you just got one more right under here. You can feel for it. It's pretty easy to find. There we go. You can actually see it pretty good when you're not recording also. So, you know, trying to get the camera back there. 1 second. Let me go ahead and set this down so I can catch the screw and the throttle body. There we go. Okay. So you got your 4 screws set to the side along with your clamp for your hose right here. Got your throttle body set over to the side, and now all you have is this bar right here and 1 screw right here, 1 right there. Now I believe the ones earlier were a 5 and this should be a 7. Both of those should be 7s. So let's go ahead and get that off. Let's see what we got here. Okay. Alright. So let's go ahead and try this one. And that is not it. Let's go ahead and try this one. And there we go. I believe this is a 7, you guys, but I'm not 100% sure. But your standard hex key should have it. I mean, you know, it shouldn't be no special tool or anything like that. Alright, so you're going to take your top one out right here. All it takes is a little bit of pressure. There you go. There you go. Set this one over to the side. You know the difference between them because those are a little bit shorter and bigger. I mean, those are shorter and bigger. These are thinner and wider. But you just separate them a little bit. And then you got one more here at the bottom. I might have to set the camera down to get to this one, depending on how tight it is. There we go. So yeah, that wasn't bad at all. There you go. Now, you set this over here to the side, along with your other screw. You can just leave, it's pretty easy to tell, but you can just leave your bottom screw in if it helps you, so that way you know that this is the bottom and that's the top. So now that you have that out, all you have now is 2 screws holding it in. Let me get you guys in there. Okay. It's 2 screws holding it in. You can see from the top as well. 1 screw right here, which is a 10mm, and then there's 1 right under it, which is kind of hard for you guys to see. Let me see if I can get it in there for you guys. But it's just that 1 right there, which is easiest to access from over here. Now that you've gotten everything else out the way. 1 right there. Hold on, guys. There you go. 1 right there at the top, 1 right there at the bottom. And that's it. So let's go ahead and get our 10mm and grab that out. Get our 10mm and grab that out. Okay, so this one over here to this. These over here to the side. Along with your 7. Let's grab our 10. I don't think we should need any kind of extension on this, but let's go ahead and see. Let's find out. Okay. For the bottom one, it may be easier with an extension. But let's go ahead and get the top one right there. Let's see. Get your alternator wire in the way. You can go ahead and unplug it just so it'll be easier. Unplug it, wire it to your alternator, set it right over here to the side. Okay. Just got the one right there at the top. See if we can go ahead and get on that one. There we go. See if I can get in, good enough for you guys to see it. There's a screw right there. And you can actually see better from the top angle what I'm doing. Now, it's always better to go ahead and drain yours. I'll show you guys what a drain cap is in a couple minutes, but I'm not 100% sure if this one's drained all the way. All right. Let's see. first 10mm bolt, set that to the side. And now you got that first one out. It's just one more right here at the bottom. Let me see, I can get you guys to see it better. One at the top is already out, so now you just have one left right there at the bottom. So let's go ahead and take our bottom screw out. It's actually easier with an extension to get to that bottom one. So let's go ahead and get our extension on there, like so, and let's get that bottom one right there. In there. There we go. Let's see. Yes, sir. There you go. So once you got your bottom and your top one out, hose comes right off. There is a ring right in front of it that you don't want to lose. Take this one second. You see it right there. The O-ring actually goes on in front of the thermostat. So be careful taking out your thermostat that you don't lose that O-ring. This one may not be completely drained. And there goes all our coolant. There we go. So now for putting it in, which is the exact opposite for taking it out. You set your thermostat in there first. Then your O-ring. There you go. And then your hose. There you go. And then your bottom 10mm bolt first, just basically the exact opposite of the way we just took it out. We're putting it back on. There we go. But you see, this one isn't even it's not even all the way empty, and you didn't lose barely any at all. So, you know, it's better to go ahead and drain them when you're lining up better. But you're not just gonna lose a whole lot anyway. There we go. Now let's move this one real quick so we can see the top one. Wish I can go ahead and get those. There you go. Let's tighten up this bottom one a little bit more. Sorry about that. Just tighten up this bottom one right here. So once you got your bottom one in, then you can proceed with the top one, like so. go. One second, just to check. There we go. And then after that, your bar right back up. There, throttle body, hose, and you're done. Let me show you guys with a drain, how to drain it, just in case. You're gonna go ahead and drain the whole thing. Once you pop your black panel off, you have one more right here. One little cover, and that's the drain plug right there. Be careful taking it out so that you don't strip it. There's actually a tool for it, which I'll link in the description, you know, for you guys as well. But yeah, that's it. So basically, all you have is your throttle body, your hose. Take that off. You got your bar, which we already have off, and then you got your 2 screws in the thermostat hose itself, and that's it. So thank you guys. Remember to subscribe for more videos. Thank you.